So JavaScript, first what we have to do, we have to work on the server. So the server here we loaded, actually it's a package we loaded here is XAMPP, na? XAMPP,
Right.
XAMPP. So what you have to do, you have to set up all those things. So move to XAMPP,
The Apache and database.
yeah, just move to XAMPP. We have installed this software in our first class, and how to install we have already shown it to you. So here you need these two things, Apache and MySQL. What is Apache? Apache is the web server. Okay. Apache is the basically the web server, means it is a container that makes a computer as a web server. Means where you put the website content. If you have a website, you want to run that website, and for that purpose you must have to place your code for the website into a server. That kind of a, it is a kind of a software which enables the
Okay.
web request. Okay, Apache is that kind of a software. There are many softwares like you have from Windows IIS. Okay, Apache is one of them, and many more, Glassface, etc. Okay, so you have to run this software Apache just by clicking this start. And if you want to include the database in your project, then you have to start this MySQL service. These are all services. Okay. So MySQL is the database that comes along with this XAMPP package. If you are interested to use any other database, then you have to install and manage all those things separately. Although these two things can be installed separately too, but for our convenience or easy of demonstration for the freshers, we are using the XAMPP control panel, so that everything is included in it, and you just have to click these two buttons in order to start the services. You can permanently uh, order the window to start them as you means as the windows logs on, these two services will automatically get started, but that is not recommended. Okay, that will keep a space in memory. So just do not need to do that thing. Each time you want to do the project on web, or you do the practice on web technology, then you just open this control panel zap and just start these two things. Okay, presently I am not
Right.
starting this MySQL service because we are not using the database right now. Okay, we will just work on the HTML,
Okay.
JavaScript and CSS for two more days. Then we will move to the server part, that is PHP. Okay. Okay. So as we enable the Apache, whether it is been enabled properly, that you can always test by using localhost. Okay. See, if this thing appears in your browser, then you will know that Apache is ready. Your web server is ready for hosting the sites. Okay. Okay. Now see, we are moving to a folder. That folder is kept somewhere in your PC. In my PC, it is there in which drive? E drive. I kept this folder in E drive. This is my XAMPP folder. Okay. This XAMPP folder basically is the destination or the root of all web projects that I will do. So go inside the XAMPP folder. Inside the XAMPP folder, you will have this htdocs. Okay. So this htdocs will be your destination where you are going to put the uh, program files. So inside htdocs, see, these are the folders. Okay, you can say these are the web projects, web technology projects. So inside web tech, we have created last day this web tech folder. So inside web tech, we did this thing, demo.js. Inside demo.js, we have two files. These are two HTML files. Now, how can I run these two HTML files? I can run these two HTML files by just double clicking it. Okay, double clicking these two files. But we will not run these files just by double clicking it. We will run this from our server. So for that purpose, we have to write localhost slash webtech, that folder name. Okay, you remember that folder name? So what is the folder name? Under htdocs you have webtech. Under webtech you have demo.js. See here, under webtech you have demo.js. Write demo.js and press enter. You will get these two files. Okay, so if you click on any of the file, so that file will get run. Okay, something like that. We did these programs last day. Okay, so if you want to run the another file, so you have to write the other name. So other file was named as demo2.html. So it was demo2.html. We did the addition of two number in a nice formatted way. So addition, so result, subtraction, give the result. So this is the way of running the JavaScript files or the web application files. Okay, today we will do something called form validation, right? Last day we told that we will do today form validation. It's a pain. Now, what is a form validation? Form validation is basically,
I'm sorry.
sorry, please tell me. Okay, so form validation. This is one of the most important tasks of JavaScript. Why we will use JavaScript in our HTML or in our web project? This is probably one of the most important thing, that is called form validation. Okay, although in HTML5 nowadays the form validation part has been maintained automatically, but still form validation you must know. So what is form validation? See here, so when you run a website or a web page in your browser, in your machine, that can be called as client. So you are becoming, suppose you are running a file, say espn say .com. Okay, so espn.com, you are running this website from your browser. Now when you
Okay.
type this espn.com on your browser, you become a client to espn.com. Specifically, more specifically, there is a computer in the world, okay, where all the programs for this espn.com has been kept. Okay, espn,
Okay.
and that will become the server of espn. Okay, server. So this computer
Okay.
kept all the programs responsible for this website. Okay, that
Mm-hmm.
computer will be treated as a server or web server. Okay,
Okay.
now if you have the right, or if you have the chance to explore this computer, then you will find there is no difference in the two computers, from your computer and that computer. That is a simple computer, and you will obviously find over there any web server software like Apache or something else. Okay, what they prefer. And you may find some database over there. Okay, that database may be kept inside this computer or maybe some other computer. Okay, so there
Mm-hmm.
is a link between these two computers, database and the server. So that is a web server. As soon as you type this address in your browser, you become a client to this server. Okay, what the meaning of becoming a client? The meaning of client means you are requesting to the server, you are sending request to the server, and the server computer process your request, generate a response, and send it back to you. So this is basically called request, and this is called response. Okay, and
Response.
this is called request response cycle. Request response cycle. Okay, and this request
Yes.
response circle is controlled under a protocol that is called http. Okay, http, hypertext transfer protocol, means, see, protocol means some rules and regulation. Okay, so
Mm,
you are, hope you are not only be the client of this server na, many people in the world
yes.
at the same time requesting to the same server for different services, right? So
Mm,
all these requests must be managed, must be controlled under a certain rules and regulation, right? So for each request you need to generate some response. So the total set of rule can be treated as a HTTP. You can understand that what is HTTP? HTTP is a set of rules that will provide the guideline of this transaction. Okay, this set of transactions means you are requesting something, you are getting some data. So this is a transaction. Okay, and that
yes.
transaction has been controlled by a set of rule. That
HTTP
set of rule
protocol.
is your HTTP hypertext transfer protocol. Okay, now
Mm,
when you are doing this thing, now you must know one thing, that HTTP is a stateless protocol. It is called a stateless protocol. Now what that mean actually? Stateless protocol means when a client is requesting to the server is grabbing that request, fetching the required data internally, and generating a response, send the response back to the client, and then forget everything about this client. Means server has no responsibility to remember who is connecting to me. Okay. Once
mhm,
it generates a response, its responsibility is over. So it forget everything. If it
okay.
is not like that, then you must remember, then you must understand, uh, that is a lot of loads that will be there on the server. If the server need to identify or need to remember every one who is requesting to it, then it will be a lot of things that server need to manage, na? So server do not need to keep any information about the clients who is requesting. Once it get a request, it process, generate a response and forget it. So it do not remember the state of the client. You can say like that. So we can say that HTTP, since HTTP guides all these transactions, so HTTP becomes a stateless protocol. Okay. Now see here, what is the purpose of JavaScript form validation, in using which a client can send a request to the server, generally by means of a form. Now what is a form? Form is something in your web page through which you can give the input. Okay, like text box. Okay, generally, see here, this you can also say a form. Okay, say when you are going to create a, what I can say, email address. Okay, when you are going to create your own email ID, okay, that time you have to fill up a form now. So by filling up the form, and
Yes.
after filled up, you, when you press the submit button, all the data will be sent to this server. Okay, this server will check everything, and if it gets satisfied, then it will create the mail account for you, and it will generate a response back to you. So that is a form. Form is the way of taking input from the user. Now think here. Acha, before going to that statement, I must tell you that, see, what you think? Giving a request, sending a response, is it a small task? No, not at all. This is a very big task. Okay, and it will take a time too. Okay, and that time you can say a network overhead. Okay, it depends totally on the entire
Okay.
network. Okay, so it may take lots of time to make this cycle happen, although we today we use fiber optics. Okay, but it takes time. Okay, now see, suppose you have a large form here. Okay, and here user give some inputs, and obviously the inputs may contain some kinds of data that is not according to server. Means in order to get user account created by Gmail, okay, you have to maintain some criteria, na?
Okay.
So if you are
Yes.
not fulfilling that criteria here, okay, then what will happen? It will obviously not generate the account for you. Now, where to find that error that you are not fulfilling the criteria? There are two places. Here you can check, and here also you can check. Now, here you always can check because you bring all the data through this path here, and you are checking whether user give all the input data according to its business rule. It's okay. But what happen if it founds that one or two fields has been missed by the client, or client has not input the right data that he or she need to be put over there? So then the response will be generated like that. Sorry, we are not going to create your email account because of this. So see, think from the client point of view. If I check this thing here, if I can check this thing here, then client will at once know that okay, here is my mistake. Okay, but if I have to
Yes.
get the response from the server that you have made some mistake in the form, then I have to wait some time, say maybe few seconds of time delay. Okay, so that few seconds of time may vary, okay, from time to time, from machine to machine, from server to server. Okay, so it is always good to check the errors or to check the business rules here when the client is entering the form before submitting the request. Here, this is the point where the form data has been submitted to the server. So before submitting the server, if I can arrange something that check all my data, then it is always better. Okay, so here comes the usability of JavaScript. JavaScript can do that thing for you because there is no other than JavaScript can do it for you. You have HTML, you have CSS in your hand. So both of them are not capable of checking those things. Although in HTML5 latest edition we have some validation, but initially HTML and CSS has not that capability. Okay, so JavaScript give you that capability. Now today we will learn how to do that thing. Okay, okay, just a quick
Yes.
reply,
You can
please
do
give
it.
me. Up to this, is it okay?
हाँ यस भाई
It is
ऑल
fine.
क्लियर.
Srinivas,
हाँ भाई.
okay, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, भाई?
Good, good. Okay, I'm always fine.
Then
I was
just
just silent, like listening as you were teaching.
Okay, 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 thank you.
हाँ,
तो
yeah.
चलो देखते हैं
few of
how.
our friends have joined.
हाँ, sorry.
Cyprian and
Sai Priya has
few of the
joined.
friends have joined.
Oh, अच्छा, Sai Priya,
How many
hello.
have joined? I'm not
Okay,
able to
okay,
see.
okay. Very
Poonam
good.
was there,
Welcome,
one more.
every one of
I
you.
think uh, apart from us, like three, Sai Priya is the only one.
Okay,
Nahi,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Some
Like we are
left.
only four, right? Or
yeah.
we see? Oh no, no,
Sai
no.
Priya, we
There
will
is
discuss about the projects next
Alex is
week.
also there.
Means Shashiji and Srinivas also. I am telling you all that we are going to discuss about the projects. What projects
Okay, okay,
we can do? What type of
okay.
projects are available? Means what are the
Huh.
projects
Okay.
that should be taken, keeping in the mind that this is a master degree course. Okay,
Okay, okay.
Yes.
so we
At the
will
end, right?
discuss. Huh?
At
Not
the
today, not
end.
today. Maybe
Oh,
next week or someday I will inform you
okay,
all.
okay. Okay, bhai, okay.
So we will discuss about the projects too. Okay,
अच्छा ठीक है
and
भाई.
Cypria have planned to do a project on some animation. Maybe she told
हाँ
me
हाँ.
that is also a good
Okay.
thing. Okay,
Good,
so
good. हाँ.
we will discuss about projects. Okay, I have
Okay
some
भाई, okay.
experience on that thing, so that I can tell you something about
Yes,
those
bhai.
projects.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
But today we will do that thing, that
Acha.
JavaScript form validation. This is important. Okay.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
see my
Okay.
demonstration. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me open my VS Code. I'm going to
And
use VS Code.
I'll mute myself.
Okay. So inside VS Code, I'm going to write the code. Okay. For form validation. Just what we will do. Let me quickly demonstrate it. Means I have no prior plan. Okay, I'm just planning it. If you have any suggestion, then you can tell me right now. Say I'm going to take say what I can say registration or say login. Okay, say this is a login form. Okay, so login form. So in login form, what you have username,
First name.
you have username. Login
User
form,
ID
it's
and
not sign
password.
up
But
form.
but
Okay,
while register, oh, okay, not sign up form. Okay,
not
I
sign up
got
form, registration
confused.
form
Okay,
nahi hai.
okay.
This is a login form.
Acha, take
So
it.
inside login
Acha.
form, what you have?
Username and password. Bus.
You have
Dono.
username,
Sign in and user ID and password.
username and password. Okay,
Yeah.
and you have button. Okay, maybe two buttons. Okay, login and cancel. Okay, now when you enter this thing and this is your submit button and this is your cancel button, we will design this form. Okay, in HTML. Now what happened if you click the submit button, then what will happen, these two data will be sent to the server. Okay, this username and this password will be sent to the server, right? This server will check whether the username and password matches and then it will return the response. But checking username and password matches, you need to check it with the database, whether the username exists in the database and whether the password with respect to that username matches. Okay, for that purpose we need to connect to the database, and we have to do the database program that we are not going to do today. What our intention is, our intention is to check whether user give anything here. Means user can just press the submit button keeping this field blank now, keeping this field blank. Okay, that we will check today. So I am writing the form validation rule. So what will be that? First one we are going to check,
Username
field should not be, field should
should
not
not
be
be empty.
blank. Okay.
Okay.
Number two, we are going to check the password
Huh.
must be of at least say
Six
8
characters.
characters.
8 characters.
Okay,
Okay.
8 characters. Just quickly do these two things. You will get understand everything. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So see here why we, these are the two tasks. Okay, these two tasks will validate the form. Okay, now these two tasks can be done here, that can be done here, but as I told you that checking these things here is better than checking this thing at the server level, right? So that's why we will use JavaScript here to check whether user gives any data here or not. Okay, fine. When we will check, just before clicking this submit button, just before sending this form. Okay,
Oh,
plan is okay to you?
can you repeat it? Like, what are we going to check again?
We are going to check whether uh,
Name exist or not?
username exists or not, password
Huh.
not exist, not in terms of database. Okay, whether
Okay.
username and password is given entered by the user. Okay, means the field should not be remain blank.
Empty. Okay. Okay.
While
Okay.
user
Huh.
is submitting the form, the field should not be blank and the
Acha.
password length must be of 8 character. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
that we want to check.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's see quickly. We build the form first. Okay. Now see where we have to put all these thing. We have to put all these thing inside our htdocs folder, and we for this class we made this folder web tech specially, and
Okay.
inside this I am going to check. I am going to create another folder, say form,
Sign up form.
CHECK,
Sorry,
form
right.
check,
Login form.
or you can say login, login.
Okay.
Okay, right? So what will be
Ah,
our address if we are going to run this from our localhost
localhost.
address? So
Localhost.
localhost slash webtech slash login. Na? So this will be our address. Okay. So here we
Yeah.
will get the files. Okay.
Yeah.
So here I am going to create a HTML file.
Hmm. Login.html.
Login.html.
Okay.
HT sorry HTML, right?
Yeah.
Login.html. So this login.html file has been created here. You can see, no, sorry, I have created the file somewhere else. So I have to add that. Okay, I have to remove this folder from my editor, close folder, and I have to add this XAMPP folder in this location. Okay,
Okay.
so this login folder need to be bring here. Okay, now this login folder has been attached to the VS Code, and
Hmm.
now we can create the file here just by clicking this
HTML.
one. Say
Login.html, right?
login.html, give enter. See, in this folder you are getting this login. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
now if you view it from the browser, say localhost webtech
Now we
login,
have to
if you
refresh
refresh
it.
it, you can get
Oh,
login.html. Okay, if you
okay.
click this thing, then it will also run, or if you write the name of the file login.html, then it will also
It
run.
will run. So,
Currently we do not have anything inside our
so it's empty.
folder, so it's empty. Okay, now let's move to the file and quickly add the syntax of HTML just by, this is a shortcut. If you press enter, so you will quickly get the HTML syntax, right? Otherwise we have to write these things manually. So inside this thing you do not require
What did you
uh,
do for the shortcut?
for the shortcut, na. So just
Ah,
remove it, just enter the exclamatory sign. Okay,
okay.
and press enter,
Okay. Okay.
just like
Okay.
that. So the
Okay.
VS
Bye.
Code will automatically give you the
Ah, code.
structure of an HTML page. Okay,
Okay. Basic structure.
basic structure.
Okay.
So
Bye.
you
Got it.
just give a
Hmm.
login,
Login.
say validation, like that. Okay, give a
Okay.
title.
Ah,
So just save it. I'm saving it and just refreshing it. See,
acha.
you will get the name here, login validation, right? So this is the
It's
use of this title tag. So inside body,
ah.
I am going to create a form. So how to create
Okay.
a form? We give a form tag. Inside form tag, I am going to take an input box. Just I am asking enter
Enter
username.
username.
Beside that, input type equal to text. Then what I have to write? You have to write id is equal to, say, txtun. Okay, txtun will be our
Okay.
id for this input box. So using this id we will refer this input box in our JavaScript code. We have
Oh,
discussed these things in detail in our last class.
okay. Okay. That I haven't watched. I have to watch it.
Okay, okay. So input
Ah,
type equal to text id. This one is id, and just press enter and give a break. Okay.
okay.
Now enter the pass or right, enter
Password.
password. Then again you will have input box,
Input.
input type
Type.
equal to, right,
Password.
password. Okay. Then id, give a name, say txtpass. Okay.
Okay.
So after that,
The
give a break
break.
tag, and
Okay.
here you will get the two buttons. Okay,
Okay,
So
okay.
the
Login.
first button is your input type equal to submit. Okay.
Huh.
Then you give the value, say login. Okay.
By oh,
I'm clearing all these
lowing
things.
what? By what is lowing?
Not login, it will be login.
Okay,
It's
okay,
is just the name that will be printed on the button. Okay.
okay, okay,
So type
okay.
equal to say can reset,
Reset.
reset, and the value will
Value
be
is clear, clear all.
or
Ah,
cancel.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
So this is
We
our
can
tiny form complete.
value can be anything, right?
Value
It's
can
just
be
the
anything.
name.
Just see it. See here. Enter
Okay.
username, enter password, logging,
Huh.
logging, cancel. Okay.
Okay.
So make it
Okay.
login, login,
Okay. Huh.
refresh it. So
Got it.
login
By.
and cancel, right?
Huh.
You can
Huh.
format this form using table. We also
Hmm.
shown that thing in the in our last class. Okay. Just now see if you enter your username and password. Suppose if you enter your username and password, say password. So by giving the type equal to password, it is showing these dots. Okay. Otherwise, if you
Understood.
put type equal to text, then the password will be visible here.
Visible here.
Okay.
Okay. So now here, if you press this button, what is the type
Hmm.
of this button? The type of this button is submit button,
It's
na?
login. Submit button.
Submit button. See, submit button. Okay.
Okay.
So the speciality of having the submit button is it will send the data through the URL to the server. Okay.
Okay.
I made you understand that the communication
Huh.
between the client and the server. Okay.
Huh.
This
Okay.
communication can be made of can be done in many ways. Okay. In fact, here we can do it in two ways. Okay. This communication can be means this data can be sent to the server in two ways. One is your get, another is your post. Now see, just by clicking this one, you just see this part. Okay. What will happen? Okay. I am clicking here. See here, a question mark appear na. Simple. I'm just showing it again. Just observe it. Okay. I'm just giving some arbitrary value, and just by clicking login button, see some question mark appear. Something is happening, na? Okay. What is happening?
Can you show it again?
Are you able to see this thing? This
Yes,
line?
yes, I'm able to see it, but what is the
See here.
question mark
Initially, it is
appear?
there. The question mark
Okay.
was not there, na? Now, if you give some data and press this login button, a
Huh.
question mark will appear. Now, what is
Okay,
it?
okay.
Okay.
Huh.
The thing is, see here, I have not mentioned anything here. Say, what is the responsibility of the submit button? The submit button's responsibility is to send the data to the server. Okay.
Server.
But
Yes.
we didn't mention which server, okay, and
Okay.
which page. We didn't
Huh.
mention that thing. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose you will mention this data, means this login page is our Gmail page, Gmail login page. Okay. And
Okay.
you want to send this data to the Gmail server. Okay.
Okay.
So you have to mention that address. Okay. How can you mention that thing? You have to mention that thing using the action
Okay.
attribute. Inside action attribute, you may have to write like that: http colon slash
Yes.
slash google.com slash, okay, gmail. Maybe Google have some
Okay.
address like that, and get login dot say
Hmm.
aspx, or you can say php, since we are learning php. Okay.
Hmm, okay.
What that mean actually? Let me demonstrate it. See, whatever
Okay.
data you are going to enter here, as soon as you press the submit button, all the data will be sent to this page you recognize
Okay.
that this is a page. This is a page means this is a program. Okay, I'm telling you that this is a program in PHP. Okay, later we will learn PHP. If it is a program of Java, then maybe this will be a class. If it is a program of .NET, then it may be a program of ASPX. Okay, okay. If it is a program of Python, then maybe it will be a Py. Okay. Currently, it will be a PHP file.
Okay.
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 Now this is a program like this is like this is a HTML program. You can say, although HTML is not a program, maybe you can
Hmm.
consider this is a program. Okay, like that. This is a program where this data is going to be sent just by clicking submit button. But where this page is located, this page is located here. This is the address. Okay,
Okay.
now you recognize. Okay, I understand what is http google.com. This is the address. Okay, now
Hmm.
what is Gmail? See here, the same thing. We have something like that. Localhost. Okay, inside localhost we have webtech. What is webtech? Webtech is the folder. What is login? Login is a folder. And what is login.html? Login.html is a file under that folder. Okay, so
Okay.
localhost, you just compare, you just make it equal that localhost is same this thing. Okay, this is equal to localhost. This is equivalent to localhost, and this will become the folder. Okay, and inside that folder, you are going to send this data to this page. This page resides on where? On the Google server. Okay, this page is actually check whether our username and password is matching according to their records. Okay, getting the things.
Yes, why?
Okay, now here I am not going to send this thing to Google at all, and I don't
Huh.
know whether Google has this kind of address in their server or not. So what I will
Okay.
do, I
We
will
will send it
make
to
it here
localhost.
localhost. Na?
Huh. That XAMPP, right? We will send to XAMPP server,
Localhost.
which
See
is
here, localhost. Inside localhost, I am having this web tech.
okay.
You have to make the
Slash.
accurate means the path. Na? See web
Okay.
tech. Inside
Slash
web tech,
login.
I have login folder. I can use that login folder to login, and inside login folder, I will have get login.php file. Okay, let
Okay.
me create a file over there.
Will the file get like
Get
create automatically?
login.php. Okay, I'm just creating a file so that you could understand the thing. Okay,
Why
don't
it says
try to
PHP installation
sorry,
not
just
complete?
please listen me. Don't try to understand the PHP code here. Okay, I'm just
Okay.
demonstrating it.
Okay.
Okay, see here, inside my folder you will have get login, you will have login.php. Okay, now what you have written here, address http localhost webtech login.php get login.php. So this is a
Hmm.
complete URL or address where you want to send these two data,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Okay, now the code is not yet completed, but before
Okay.
that I am just going to demonstrate it. See what happened. Say I am giving some data arbitrary,
Hmm.
and I am just clicking on this login.
Okay.
I'm sorry, just a minute. HTTP localhost webtech. Whether
Why
I
HTTP?
HTTP is the common thing. See here, if you copy this URL and paste it somewhere else, you will find that HTTP is coming here.
Okay. 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 Got it.
Okay, so this URL is proper. Okay, now I want to see it. See here, action. If I click the submit button, then this data will be sent to this page. Okay, so
page.
action is equal to this one. One more thing
Hmm.
you have to put here, I'm just giving it, that is your method. I told you that two ways I can send the data to the server. One is your get, another is your post. If you are not giving anything, then automatically it will be get. So I'm writing
Okay.
method get. Okay, so form
Okay.
action, this will be the page name, and
Hmm.
you are sending this thing. Now one thing you consider, see here, I'm just refreshing it and giving some value. See here,
Okay.
see what happened.
Okay. Yeah.
What happened? You
It
have
says hello
hello.php.
PHP.
So just by clicking this login button,
Hmm.
see here URL,
Okay.
you have get login.php. Na?
Got
Get
it.
login.php. Okay.
Huh.
Now,
By someone has raised the hand, I
who is
think.
it? Please tell me.
It's me. Like, can you explain what is the difference between get and post?
Yeah, sure. I will describe it. Okay. Now see, just wait. See here, HTTP localhost. Okay, this is the complete URL that you have to mention. Obviously, you do not have to mention. Okay, since you are inside the same server and you are inside the same folder, now you are inside the same folder.
Yeah.
So you can just omit all the things and just write this thing.
Get love.
Form action. This one.
Okay.
Okay, this is enough. Okay,
Okay.
method equal
Hmm.
to get. Okay,
Hmm.
so just run it again. Login. Put some data, login. Okay, fellow PHP.
Can you like go back and empty those things? Don't put anything.
Yeah,
Like
then
now can you log in? Okay, okay.
it's not login, it is just shifting from one page to the other.
To another.
Okay,
Okay,
this
okay.
page can now get those
Hmm.
data. Okay, I will
Okay,
show it, but
okay,
let me tell you one thing, that what is the difference between having get here and post here. Okay,
okay,
what is the difference between method, the see form action, this one, you can give a name to this form, say login form. Okay, it is always better to give a identifier. Okay, so what is the usability of having get and having post? You can give get.
Is it not case sensitive?
No, as far HTML is concerned, HTML is not case sensitive, but
Okay.
if you move to XHTML syntax, then it has some consideration.
Restrictions. Okay. Okay, bye. Got it.
Okay, change your password. This is the thing that this Windows 11 and Google Chrome always asks for. See, when you put this method equal to
Get.
get, then whatever data you are sending, that can be visible through the URL. Okay, that can be visible to the URL. But since you are sending some confidential data like username, password, okay, so you always not means you will not be interested in showing those data through the URL. Na?
Okay.
So by using post here,
Hmm.
okay, you ask the browser that
Hmm.
send this data
Hmm.
not by showing that thing, okay,
Okay.
in the URL, so that the users cannot track those data just by
Okay. So
seeing. Okay,
so will it be encrypted?
it will not be encrypted,
Okay.
it will go just by
Hmm.
just to the header. Just see here, no, something wrong is happening here. You must not see this thing here.
Okay.
Just I am closing the thing, sorry. Okay,
Okay.
So it is localhost slash webtech
slash
slash
login
say login. Okay, inside
at
login,
HTML.
okay, just give some data, random data, login. See here, get login.php. You do not have that question mark here, na?
Now we don't have that question
You do
mark.
not have that question mark. Okay.
No.
Now, if I make it
Ah,
get, what will happen?
I think we will get the question mark.
So make refresh it. See, so you'll get that
Yeah.
question mark, and with that question mark, you will have those data. Okay, probably
Okay.
this Google Chrome is hiding those data. See here, these are
Okay.
something. Okay, I have to find and means make this thing visible here. Okay,
Hmm.
I can run this thing from our
Hmm.
other browser. Let's see whether this browser is also doing the same thing. Get login.php. No, not get
Okay.
login. What was the name? That was login.html. Na? So this is
Ah,
login.html.
Yes.
Just put some data and login. See, save and
okay.
this is
It,
automatically save your password. See, it is not going to show this password here because we
ah,
have used the term password. Okay, use
ah,
the term password. The browser is automatically taking the thing in control, so password is not going to shown on the URL. Okay, so since you are giving the get permission, okay, you can visible it, but it is since we are using this password, so it is not interested in showing. So I am just making it text.
okay.
Just let's see, and I am just removing the word password from here. This
Hmm.
is enter say hint. Okay, let's see. So I am making this thing get. Okay, so these are some extra stuff done by the no, it's not showing. Anyway, so what is basically get? If you put the get here, so the data will be shown on the URL. Okay,
URL. Yes.
URL.
if you put a post here, then the data will not be shown over there. Okay, but
Okay.
in
The
both the way,
URL.
you are going to get the thing here. Okay, now I am just having the thing dollar underscore get. Okay, you do not have to understand this PHP code right now. See, I am using this get method, na method equal to get.
Yes.
Okay, you can put this get method here also. So these are called the attributes of a particular tag. Okay, these attributes can be placed at any place. Okay, let's see here login.html. If I give some data and 1 2 3 4 login, so array string conversion. Okay, print r, it will be print r. Okay, now see, I'm just running this thing once again. Login. See here, you are getting some array data, na?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I put a post here, post request, post. Okay. So then what will happen? This data will again go to that server. Okay.
Hmm. But
One thing I
not.
didn't mention. What was that? That was a name. Okay, just give a name. I think this will resolve the issue. Name is your txtun. Okay, fine.
ID and name are the same, right?
ID and name are the same, but in order to send the data to the server through URL. Okay, so you
Okay.
have to give name
Name.
attribute that I didn't give here. Okay, so now I hope you can
But
see those things. See here, I'm refreshing it. Just let me run it one more time. I have to make it get,
okay.
and you are going to get that thing in URL. Okay,
Okay. Let's
say
see.
SSCHIN 1234.
Okay.
See here, this is the same.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, and you are, this is been printed from PHP, right? This has been printed from PHP. See here, what is the
Hmm.
file name? This
PHP.
PHP file,
PHP.
PHP. Yeah.
this PHP file has now come to know that okay, user have pressed username as Sachin and password as this one. Okay,
120. 123. Yeah.
now this thing you do not want. Okay, you do not want to show this password now. So what you will do then?
I will.
Just
I will
You have
say.
to.
I will just remove the name.
first of all you have to make it as password. Okay,
Okay. Then I'll use post. Right.
password. Then you will use
Post.
post, right? So this is the difference between get and post. I missed that name attribute.
Okay.
So name and ID both are same. Okay, but
Huh.
name
Huh.
attribute is required in order to send the data to the server. But ID, what
Okay.
the purpose of ID? Last class I told you that ID is will be used by the JavaScript for the validation.
Okay.
Now you
Okay.
enter the thing and you will not going to see the data here. Okay,
Okay.
so the confidential data must be sent through the post method. Method equal to post. Now you also see
Okay.
that array becomes empty. So PHP
Huh.
is not getting the data. Why? Because you are printing the get array. This thing we will
Okay.
learn in PHP. If you print post array, then you will
Hmm.
get the data again. See here, if I press something, then go, see, post array.
Okay.
Okay. So this way, client send the data to the server. You understand the
Okay.
thing?
Got it.
Got it, na?
Hmm.
Now quickly I am showing you how to validate these two fields using a JavaScript code. Okay,
Okay.
just give me 1 minute. একবার দেখবে বাবা হয়ে গেছে কিনা আচ্ছা so just
Okay.
see here, if you press this button then what will happen? The data will be sent to the server.
Server. Okay.
See where I put my cursor inside the form tag now. So inside the
What?
form tag, what I will do, I will create an event. Means I will use an event on submit. On submit equal to within double quote validate. I will use a JavaScript function. How to write a JavaScript function? I already told it to you. Okay. So on submit JavaScript function, okay, is given. So you can write return return validate.
Okay.
Now this will be a JavaScript function. Inside the JavaScript function, we will check these two data. Okay,
Okay.
and we will return true or false.
Okay. For that, we have to save the data first, right? In the
No, no, no.
server.
We do not have to say. Don't go in other direction. Just follow what I am saying.
Oh,
First of all, I
okay.
have to create a script tag, right?
Okay.
Script type equal to text slash Java script.
Script.
Inside that, I have to write a function. What is our function? How to write a function in JavaScript? JavaScript. Give the name validate.
Okay.
Okay.
Name of the
Just follow
function should be
whether I
validate.
write the correct spelling. Validate. Okay. Inside
Huh.
validate, I am just returning false without checking anything. Just false. Okay. See what happens. See the effect. So what will happen?
It won't allow to log in.
No, no, no. That is an abstract answer. Just listen to me. When I press the submit button, usually the submit button, what will do? it will call this file na, it will send the
Huh.
data to the server. Okay,
Yeah.
but this on submit button will
Huh.
be invoked as soon as we press the submit button. Means just
Okay.
before the submission point.
Hmm.
Okay, this thing I want to happen, make happen. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so what is this thing? This thing is I am calling this JavaScript method. What this JavaScript
Okay.
method is going to do? This JavaScript method is going to return a false value, false.
Huh.
So
Huh.
eventually it will be like that, return false, right?
False. Yeah.
So on submit it will become false,
Okay.
right? Now
Got it.
just see what will happen. Refresh it, enter
Type
some value,
something.
click it.
Login.
See, the data
It's
is not
not. It
submitting.
won't log in. Huh.
Data is not going to submit because
Submitted.
on submit now become false. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
if you make it a true, if it make it true,
Then it will.
then what will
It
happen?
will work.
This will be returned true. Okay,
True.
so now again
It will
refresh it,
work.
login, see, submit,
It's working.
submission
Yeah.
take place. Got it?
Yes, bye. Got it.
Okay, now here you have to check the thing, checking the fields. Okay, so what you will do? See here, I am returning false. Generally, we return false.
Okay.
If checking is validated, means the data is valid, then we return true. Okay.
Okay.
So to
Else
check
false.
these two value, we have to first take these values into the variables. Na? So how to
Oh
take that
yeah. We have to
variable?
store it.
Just listen. Say var username is equal to document dot get elements by id. Inside that you have to give the id. Txt un is the id for this
Okay.
input box. Okay,
Hmm.
and press dot value. Okay,
Okay.
this will give you the username inside this variable. Okay, whatever value user give this text box, this will be, that will be stored here. Okay,
Okay.
now you do the same thing for the password.
Password.
Say I'm writing this thing as my, sorry,
P. Password.
say giving a name pw,
PWD.
pw, pw, and give the id of password. What is it? txt
TXT
p
pass. PASS.
ass pass. Okay,
The
to
same ID that we have given. Same thing we have to give, right?
same thing means id must be different for each individual text
No,
box.
no, no. I meant like the HTML body we have given one ID. Same ID we have to give here, right?
Mm, yeah, I am not getting you.
I जो हम जो HTML बॉडी के अंदर जो हमने एक आईडी लिखा है ना पासवर्ड के लिए TXT पास
Ha, sure.
हाँ वो जो
How
हमने
JavaScript
लिखा
will
है
fetch the value from this
हाँ
HTML. So
अच्छा
this
वही
is the
पूछ
link,
रहा
na?
हूँ
This is the link.
हाँ
This is the link. You got it? This
ओके
is the
ओके
link. Okay.
ओके
So I'm
अच्छा
just alerting these two values. Means I just want to print whether I can fetch the values from the HTML. Okay. Just quickly
हम्म,
check it out. See, incrementally I am developing this thing in front of you. Okay. I'm
ओके
not showing you a ready-made code. See here,
ओके
login. See,
हाँ
I am getting the same value in our alert box and the
हाँ
same value in the password box. Now we are
ओके
all set. Now we can check here. Okay.
ओके
Now how to check? Just go with the if method. You did it in Java
हाँ
for n number of times. The same if. If un is mm, not equal to, sorry, you make this thing true. Okay, in all other
ओके
case we will send true. If un is equal to, say,
हाँ
maybe what we are going to check, whether these things are empty or not, na?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So if it is this one, okay,
Uh,
or
or
password is equal to this one, okay,
empty.
means empty, okay, then return what? False.
False.
Okay. And one more thing,
If
else if I can
else if
write the two condition in the same line, okay,
un is
pw
equal
dot length less
less
than
than
8,
8,
then also
return
return
false.
false.
False. Okay.
Okay. Okay, lots of thing I can tell you about this checking and many things, but let me run it quickly.
Okay.
Login, say I am not entering anything here, okay, I am just login. See, the page is
Okay.
not
I
submitting,
think,
okay.
sorry, I think the screen is stuck. Is it for others also the
No,
same?
no, it's visible only.
No, 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 it's
Is it?
visible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, okay, see one thing, I am going to alert a message, uh, please enter data properly, okay.
Okay.
uh, Shashiji and all, I just request you to, if you can wait for 2 minutes, give me 2 minutes because I have to go to give medicine to my father. Okay,
Okay, boy,
so
no problem.
he has a exact time to take medicine. Okay, as
No
per the
issues, boy.
doctor.
Take
Okay,
your
so
time.
I
No
am
problem.
just coming in 2 minutes.
It's
Okay.
okay. Okay, boy. Okay. Pause the recordings if you
Hmm.
have to.
Must be there. Okay, I'm just coming in 2 minutes. Okay. Sorry for the late.
No, no problem, boy. By resume करो ना recording.
हाँ कर दिए.
अच्छा अच्छा मैंने नहीं देखा.
Okay. Okay, so we had all set now. These
Yes,
messages will
yes.
appear. Okay,
Hmm.
if the condition has been trapped. Okay, so this message will appear. Otherwise, it will go here and it will return true. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so just save it
हाँ,
and refresh it and run it.
हाँ,
So if you just keep this thing blank, press this thing. So please enter data.
हाँ.
Your form has been validated by the
Yes.
JavaScript. Okay, from JavaScript
Okay.
end,
हाँ.
the
Got
request
it.
has not been sent to the server. Okay, the
Server.
traveling
Yes.
cost minimized. Okay, it has been
Okay.
checked into your client.
Okay.
Okay, now suppose I am giving something enter here, so I am not giving in password,
हाँ.
still it will ask enter some data,
Please enter
means
data.
it has been trapped inside this
Password.
condition. Okay.
Yes, alert. Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Okay, now see, I want to be trapped inside this if. Okay, how? Say
Inside
I'm
which
giving
if can you show
this
me?
one and not giving the password
Password.
for 8
Huh.
length. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5
Oh,
6 7. Okay,
7. Okay.
login. Pass must be 8 characters.
Okay.
Okay, so
Huh.
you cannot submit the data to the server. So
Huh.
once you give one more data, say,
Huh.
so it is over 8 characters. Now you
Yes.
press enter,
It
the
will
data has been
work.
sent to the server.
Okay.
Got it? So this is
Got it.
called form validation using
Huh.
JavaScript at
Huh.
client end. Form
Okay.
validation using JavaScript at client end.
Got
Okay.
it, boy.
So maybe this type of condition or writing these things means many anybody who knows HTML,
Hmm.
then they can say like that, okay, the validation we can do something like that by using, say, required tag here. Okay, required. Okay, what that thing will do, it will means this checking is not required right now. Okay.
Okay.
But I am showing you how to use the JavaScript if you require the validation. Okay. So this required attribute, single required attribute, okay, will make
Okay.
these things automatic. See here.
Okay.
Now see, if you are going to send the data by submit, see here. This
Okay.
has been given by the HTML5.
Inbuilt option.
Okay. So give it submit. Please fill out this field. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that is fine. That form validation of this kind we do
Hmm.
not usually do it
Hmm.
for HTML5, but I am just demonstrating you how to use JavaScript in order to check anything. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
you may have some different attributes to check
Hmm.
to validate your form. Okay, so that you can do in this way. This is the simple structure. This is the way how you have to trap the submit button. Okay, and you have to put your JavaScript code just before the form is going to be submitted.
Okay, bhai.
Okay, that's all for today. I am just ending my discussion here today. Just a quick
Okay.
reply if you have anything to ask right now.
No doubt.
No doubt ना.
No doubt, bhai.
ओके, ये कोड को देखो अच्छे से, इसको प्रैक्टिस करो और कुछ
हाँ.
ऑल्टरेशन करो अपनी तरफ से, कुछ नया बनाओ,
Okay. Okay.
फिर देखोगे ये मज़ा आएगा. एंड दिस इज
ठीक है.
इम्पोर्टेंट. ओके.
Okay, भाई. हाँ.
ओके, सो थैंक यू.
Thank you, भाई.
I have to leave. Shashi ji,
Okay.
good night.